Okay, everyone, is visible. Increase the font size and also appearance. So I think this is visible. Yes, everyone.
Increase the font size.
I think brightness is high. That's right. It's not the screen brightness. That's right.
The text are not clearly visible.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Now visible, everyone? Please confirm. Okay, everyone. So basically, in last class we discussed about the how to detect the faces with the help of face recognition. Basically, we have done this with the help of OpenCV earlier, but right now we are going to use this concept or that concept in this project. So, but the test image should be taken from the camera on.
Yes, sir.
Last time we had seen the test image was just image. Yes, sir. But right now we will take the test image as the camera image or the frame of the camera image. So just see, we have used 3 or 4 libraries here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
NumPy,
Code, NumPy,
face recognition, CV2.
I think most of all this library you already know. Yes or no?
Yes,
First
sir.
one is NumPy. Why we use take NumPy? Actually, NumPy is a Python library. Actually, advanced Python library. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Advanced Python library. So we can, if you full form of NumPy is what? Numerical Python.
Numerical Python.
Numerical Python. I will take the extra classes of this after this completion of the project.
Yes.
Okay. Very important library that you will use in Python and machine learning also. So this is an numerical Python. So if you want to perform numerical calculation, not even simple, complex calculations on large data, then we will use
NumPy.
Do you know there is another option we have in list also? List is also there in Python as an advanced data type. But if you are using list, you are not having so much predefined functions. So if you are trying to solve the complex problems, then you have to create the function first for that list. Then only you can use. But if you are using the data, if you are using the NumPy or ND array, so there are lots of functions which are already built in. Clear? So you can just take, you can use. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that's why we use NumPy. Right now we will use 2 or 3 functions of NumPy. That's why I have taken it. Yes. Come to the next library. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Face recognition is there.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to load the image, if you want to load the image, if you want to load simple, you can say import threads. And if you want to find the location of the face,
Yes,
if
yes,
you want to encode the image, then we will use
face recognition.
Clear, everyone?
Yes.
So now see, we have taken 3 or 4 variables. Just let me take another program or another file, Python file. So I will show you step by step how it works. So just take test variable. Test file. Clear? So let me copy all these things. first you will understand this part. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So as you can see, why these libraries are looking just like white. Anyone? Because unused library are shown like this.
Yes, sir.
But if you are using any library, that is in blue
Import
color.
OS.
Clear?
Yes.
Now see, we have taken a variable path. Why we have taken this? Also, you can
Address.
see I have a folder with images. Yes, you can see or not?
Yes, sir.
There are so many files are there.
Yes.
6 files are there. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to access the all file name from this folder or directory. Actually, directory or folder you can say, because earlier we are using directory name for the folder, but right now we are using folder name. Clear? So both are same.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can say directory or you can say folder also. Both are same.
Yes.
So now we have 6 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images inside this directory. So first thing that I have to do is we have to enlist all the files. We have to enlist all the files inside this directory. Means we have to take a list and we want to store all the file name in this in a list. Okay, that's why we are using OS library. So basically, what is OS? Operating system library. Basically, you can create directory, you can access directory. That's why we use OS. So if you want to access the folder of any system, if you want to access the you want to create a folder, if you want to access the folder, in that case we use
Import OS.
So if you want to interact with the file and folders from your system, that's why we use OS. So right now we are using only one function, that is called list.
Yes.
So this is the name of a function that is called list. Means you are going to list, make a list of all the files inside this path folder.
Image.
So just see what is path
Images.
images. So in this folder, whatever we are seeing, we will enlist in this list.
Yes.
That's why we are going to list
List
directory. So just see how it works. So basically, also we are taking two, empty lists. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
First one is
Image.
images, and second is
Class name.
We will see later what is the use of this these two, empty lists. So let's see first this. So this is the path. Means we are going to enlist all the files from this directory, and that will be stored in my list
Yes, sir.
variable. Clear? So now see, if we run this code, run test, visible? Yes. So what we are printing, just you can see my list. So whatever inside this directory,
Yes, sir.
you will see in this list only. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the purpose of doing this? Actually, we want to find, just listen to me. We want to access all the images from that folder one by one. We want to access all the images one by one. So we can't use directly. So we need for loop. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I will take this, and this like this. But this is the file name only, no? So, but we want to access the image, then we need to full path. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So first we have to use this, and then just you can see like this. How you can access? Just tell me. First folder name, yes or no? And then you will give
So path.
not path, file name.
File name.
Along dot clear.
Yes, sir.
So actually we are going to access this part right now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
First, second, third. But from where we will take?
Image.
That's why we will take, and we will
Image.
access all the images from this directory one by one.
One by one.
And we will find the numpy value of this. How we will find numpy value?
So import.
I am so.
I am so. I am number.
We will take first file,
Yes, sir.
first path,
Yes, sir.
and we will convert in the
I am reading.
numpy
Number.
value, and we will append in this image.
Yes. Empty image list.
Clear? Yes. We will take second Then we will find the numpy value and we will append in this. So this full this empty list will store all
One
the
by one.
numpy value of corresponding images.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
So this numpy value of this image,
Numpy
this
value.
image, all this.
Yes, sir.
Now next. What is the use of this? Just remove all these things. You know, this is not for especially IT students.
Yes.
This is for management of.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
It is also consume more battery.
Yes, more battery, time, sequence also interest sequences. Just let me complete it. So why we are using this one? Class name. I need to explain. Actually, just see. When we will create this project, so I have to just, if you will want to suppose, if we want to add any one of them,
Yes.
just I need a passport size photograph.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes.
And that photograph will be stored with your name.
Yes.
And that name or the file name will be used for the identification purpose. So just like you can see, if we are matching with this, so what is the name? So this name will be used for your reference. Okay. Suppose this is my image, and I will use this portion to identify only. That's why we are going to access only this part, only this part. Okay. So that is stored in the class name. So you not need to separately store the name of all the images. Just you have to paste the image and just rename with the person name. Just rename with the person name. So you not need to separately write the name of the person like this. Just paste the image and rename it with the person. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And that name, that file name will be used for the reference in future. Now see. So as you can see, clear? And let me copy all these things. I'm going to
As
spell
well
line by
as
line.
in format.
I know. Always it happens. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
So now see what will happen. Yes. This is for loop now.
Yes.
Okay. So what will happen? What does in operator do? Yes, anyone?
Find.
It will access every.
It will access
one by one.
It is called simple word you can say it is a membership option. So it will take the first member of this. So first of all, I want to know that what is stored in the my list.
Names.
All
Pass.
these things.
Yes, sir. All.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now this is the first member,
Yes, sir.
second member,
Third member.
third member, fourth,
Fourth
fifth,
member.
sixth member. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So it will take the first member, Miss alone.jpg. In which variable? CL.
CL.
So now CL is here, just you can see. CL is here. And inside this for loop, what will happen? It will take the CL as alone.jpg.
Yes.
Now
I'm
we are running this code.
I'm
What
ready,
will
sir.
happen? So actually we have to delete all the images, but one by one. So how we will provide? If I suppose if I write like this, image path of image slash and alone.
Only.
Just tell me. It is possible to access all the images.
No, sir.
It is fixed. It is fixed string.
Yes, sir.
It is a string. It is
Yes.
fixed, but it is not possible to access all the images. So otherwise, we have to change every time manually.
Yes.
It is possible.
No, sir.
100 images are there. Then it is possible. So that's why we are creating this. So for this part, there is a function. There is a f function. You can say string that creates a string. Which different objects. Okay. So one is this path is there. Path is having the
Sir,
folder
all
name.
value. Yes, sir. All.
And CL is having the file.
First file. Yes.
So I have to connect both the variable or both the data. So that's why we use f dash and first data.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you want this and then second data.
Second data.
So basically it creates a string.
Yes,
It
sir.
creates a string.
String.
But whatever you will write directly, that is stored the same. But if you want to store the value of any variable, just write curly braces. Actually, we want here what? Images,
Yes.
which is stored in the path variable.
Yes, sir.
So just write in single curly braces.
Curly braces.
If you want to access this,
Yeah.
so this is stored in CL variable.
Yes,
So you have to
normal
write.
bracket. Normal.
Okay, so this will give what? Path means images, and CL means what? Along dot
JPG.
clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it will get the first path, first image path, and that will be converted in NumPy with the help of
Android
IM.
function.
This is image for us only, but for the system or for the face recognition or for the OpenCV it is NumPy.
NumPy.
Okay. So now, just see. Just see. This NumPy value we want to store in image
Image.
list.
Image dot append.
So we use append.
Append,
You know,
yes.
append is a
Yes,
function
for insert.
that is used with list also, and there are so many uses of this function. So you can also append in string also. Okay. So it will just append the first NumPy value of first image in this list.
Yes.
Clear? Next. What we are doing next?
Class
So
name.
now we want this part. We want to separate this part that will be stored in class name is person name. You can say. So that's why we use what? No, this part. So this is a function of OS. OS that part. उस path पे जाके आपको क्या करना है? Split text करना है. So how to split? So it will just split with the extension. Suppose you are having along dot jpg. It will just store like this.
Yes, sir.
Along dot
JPG.
jpg. Clear? Dot. So now tell me, this is stored in which variable?
Sir, class name.
Not any variable.
Class.
Just like it will give this is. And this is zero location,
Yes, sir.
one location. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So just tell me, we need zero location value or one location.
Zero location.
That's why so this just listen. This will give you this list, and we are interested in zero value. That's why we have used
Zero.
this. Please give me the value which is stored at zero location. Now this will be added. So now what we will get? Along. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This whole thing will give you along.
Along.
Sorry, along is this. Okay, and that will be appended in this value. So now class name is having one name along, and image is having
One.
the NumPy value of first image.
First image.
And this will continue till the all the members. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now it will take second.
Elon test.
Similarly, it will take second.
Sir,
And
in Elon test, sir, Elon is splitted or Elon test.
along test is underscore, no? So it will separate with extension only. So along test will be stored in this. Along test one will be stored Modi
dot
test.
test. Yes, yes.
Okay, so this all will be stored in. So now let me print all this. Just yes, please.
Path is when you repeat that path set.
This part.
OS dot path. OS
No,
dot
sir, class name.
Okay, yes. This is predefined, function, split text function.
Okay.
This is split text function means if you want to split the text, with extension part dot
JPG.
So by default it takes dot symbol. So whatever separated by the dot symbol, it will just break the. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can we use their images?
Yeah. Yes.
Path to remove that my images.
Yes. You can just write images. Just you have to
Images.
image. You will fix their image.
ये बोलना चाह रहा है पहले प्लेसेस हटा
Okay, just write image. But problem is that you have to check this one.
Yes.
Here you have to take first image, first value, second value, third value.
मेरा पाथ में तो सर इमेजेस कांस्टेंट है
Constant is
तो एक बस चेंज करना है बस ये
yes, you can do. Here you can do. But this is the procedure, standard procedure. So whenever we need that folder name, we will use path value. Okay, so all this thing is done. Now let me run this program. and we will print both the values. First is what?
First the image number.
Print. What we will print?
Image.
Okay. And the second one is image. It's clear?
Yes.
So now let's print this. And you will get.
Yes.
So now you can see how many images are there? 6 images.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, just. So these are, these are numpy values of all images, and this is class.
Alone test. Yes. Alone test.
Yes.
Yes.
And then when we are going to print this image in future, we will use uppercase later. So it will convert all the name in uppercase. Yes, already in uppercase. So it will not change, but every name will be changed in uppercase. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now. So we have done this till now. Okay. So now see next part. So now we will define what? Encoding function. Why encoding? Anyone please tell me why we will use encoding function? Anyone?
Only face.
Actually, if we want to compare the faces,
Yes,
then we need
for comparing.
encoding function. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that's why we use
Same face.
encoding function. How it will work? Very simple. Now I think you can understand this. Very easy. How? This is a function. You know already how
Yes, sir.
to create a function in Python.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Diff
Using the
and the function name and the parenthesis.
parenthesis.
Okay, just one more question I would like to ask. What is this? What is this? And what is this? Yes, anyone. Please.
Braces.
Curly
Curly braces, braces.
One by one. Yes, start.
As I said, it's a different couple and
No, I did not. Just tell me mathematics.
So curly bracket, simple bracket.
This, most of them are saying that it's curly brackets.
Yes.
And this is
Normal, sir.
small
bracket.
And this is
Square bracket.
my dear students, just listen to me. Standard name of this CR, this is bracket. Okay, always remember.
Yes.
Don't write curly, small, big. No need. Okay, just write bracket. It means that it is
Bracket.
not big bracket. It is already bracket. This is called parenthesis. This is called
Parenthesis.
parenthesis like this, and this is called. Yes, tell me. Braces.
Braces.
So now, from now, you don't have to say that this is curly braces. It is already braces. It is already parenthesis. It is already bracket. So not you have to use big, small, and manjali. Already. So just listen to me. This is standard format.
Yes.
Okay. You will. I think you will encounter this in C programming also.
Yes.
Have you learned C
No, sir. No,
programming?
sir. They are only
So
Python
now
and
see.
basic.
Yes. So we have created a function
Yes, sir.
which will get all the
Image.
numpy value of all images.
Yes, sir. All the
So
number.
whatever there are 6 images,
Yes, sir.
you will get the 6
Number.
images, the numpy value of 6 images in this list.
Yes.
So we are passing how many arguments?
6 arguments.
Wrong. We are passing one argument.
How, sir?
Yes. Yes.
How, sir?
So the way you look the code and the way you understand is different.
Yes, sir.
We are passing
Image.
only one argument. And this variable is having 6 values.
Consists of 6 values.
It's not 6 values. It's not the problem of this function. It is the problem of
Image.
Okay, now. So we are creating the empty list again.
New list.
Why? So we will find the first encoding of the first image,
Yes, sir.
and we will store it this. Then we will find second image, encoding of second image, storing this. Okay, that's why again we will use this is membership operator, and image is having what?
All the number.
Numpy value or the simple value of all the images.
All the images.
So that it will take the first value,
Yes, sir.
convert it in standard format,
Standard format.
RGB format, and then it will find the input.
Encodings.
Again, we will use 0. Why?
Because we want BCR.
Till now, whatever we are doing on the train image, means passport size image.
Yes, sir.
When you will join a company, if the company will ask for the image, what you will do?
We give a passport size
You will
image.
provide group photo. No, that you have, taken in Manali or whatever. No, or in college or in out of the college campus or in Rajiv Nagar. No, fair. So just you have to give the single person image which is having your face on.
Yes, sir. Expect 2 years.
So that's why you will take 0 here because this image is having only one face. Okay. Okay. Now see. Completed.
Yes.
And we will encode. We will append this encoding. The first, encoding of first image in this list. Again, we will take second value. Then this way we will store all the encodings of all the images.
So encode list dot append encode.
This is empty list.
Yes, sir.
First value we have got from this
Encode.
this
Yes, sir.
this line.
Yes, sir.
So the encoding of first image
Yes, sir.
we will append and first value is having.
Yes, sir.
Then now we will run this code. Second value will be appended.
Yes, sir.
And now at last when we are able to find all the encodings of all the images, then
Encode list.
we will just return. We will just return
Encode list.
It means that this function is returning something.
Something.
What do you mean by return type? Anyone? Anyone? What do you mean by return statement?
Last time you were saying to store that in
Simple concept. When you go to any shop, you ask for some, biscuit or chocolate, anything. He give you, yes, and then you just paid some money. It means that you are taking something and you are giving the returning value. So that is called, this is the input you are giving, and this is the output. So when a function takes some input, or maybe not, it may return something or may not. Just like your option, just like suppose if your elder brother comes and he gives you a dairy milk, then you just pay the money. So you are not returning anything. But same thing you do at any shop, that
We have to pay money.
Yes. Yes. Sir. But sometimes what happens? Some child come at your home and he brings nothing, but you just take your pocket money
Yes.
and bring some
Toffee.
coffee, dairy milk, like this, and just you.
Give to them.
So you are taking input, no, but you are returning something. So this is the situation. So you can make the function with return. So you can make the function 4 type of function. First is no return,
Yes, sir.
no argument, return, no argument, no return, argument, return with argument. This is called user defined function. In C, C++, Java, Python, any program. Okay, so now see, we have done this. If you want to print, you can see. I know this laptop is having so many functions because 77,000 cost.
Matters.
10,000 extra. Okay, so now come to this point. So now see. Clear, everyone? Just this is the point. Any problem? You can ask. But I am trying to,
Now there is no problem.
execute the code line by line
Yes.
so that you can understand.
Don't have any problem.
So now we have created which function?
Mark attendance.
Mark attendance. Why? Anyone?
This is the final what you want to do.
So now tell me. Not final, but then we will also start the camera, then we will record the camera, we will show the frame one by one, and we will show the frame. There's so many things are there. But main part is this. Suppose, just tell me one thing. Your train image is there. Already we have stored the images of or the encodings of train image. images, main image that you are
Main
getting
image, yes.
for the reference. So we have stored all that. Now suppose if test image is our video or the camera will record the images are same with the main image. That's what you want. Then what you want to do? Just tell me. You want to record the name. You want to record the time. You want to record the video. Yes, sir. So that is the main task. That's why I have created this mark attendance function. It will just give the. So if the matching is done, please suppose you test images matching with the main image. So now person is registered person, authorized person is there, and yes, permission to enter the organization. So we will record the data at which time he has arrived. So that's why we are using this function. Now let me rub all these things. So this is, have you read about the function or the file handling concept in Python?
No, sir.
Okay, just read, go and try to learn some file handling. Okay. So this is the way of creating a file.
Which
This is the way
open.
of creating. For this, we have to create a file first. Which file? CSV file.
CSV file means, sir.
Actually, all the attendance that you want to mark will be stored in this CSV file. It is just like a Excel file. Excel file. Just let me tell you. What is CSV? Comma separated value. Comma separated value. One more thing I would like to tell you that in machine learning, you will get some data, a data set. All the numerical data set or any data set are stored in the CSV format because it is comma separated value. First value, if you want to store your data, there is your name. Suppose Rahul is there, okay? Comma. Rahul mobile number is there. This is comma. Rahul date of birth is there, comma. So this is called comma separated values. But if you will open in this Excel, you will get this in tabular form. You will get clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So you want to store in this file, that is CSV file. So how you have to create this? Tell me. Just go to this. Go to new and just create a file.
.csv.
So I will use attendance. Clear. Dot CSV. No, I will use CSV attendance one. Clear.
Yes, sir.
And let me write here two things. First, name, and second, only two things I have use right now. Clear. And just save it. Clear. So now see, in this program we have to change. How we will change? This is our newly created CSV file.
Yes, sir. Test.
Just go to this or copy path. Yes or no? And just remove it. Clear? So what will happen? It means that you are going to open a file in which mode?
Already.
Yes,
R
and
plus
yes.
means.
So this is R plus. Means first priority is read mode.
Yes.
But you can also write something. This is called read and write mode. Clear? So read first, then you can write. Now, if you want to open, if you are using file handling concept, there should be a pointer. Pointer means what? That will enable you to write something in the file. So first line can like this. So that's why we have created a variable that is called f. So this is the pointer object. Then the pointer, I think you can say file object. That will help you to write something in the file. That will help you to read something from the file. Clear? So now, so if you want to store, if you want to read all the data from the file, that's why we have a function that is called read lines. Actually, in C or C++, you can read character by character, you can read word by word, you can read line by line. In this, you can read line by line. Okay, so Actually, you want to access all the data. Suppose in your system, you have collected 5 values of 5%. You have stored 5% attendance of 5%. Then what will happen? It means that you will have like this. Suppose Rahul and type, Mohan and type, Sohan and type, just like. So all this first line, second line, third line. So you want to read all these lines, then what you will use? Read line.
Read line.
So this will help you just
That's not read line.
to read the all the lines from the existing file. जितने भी पहले से है उसको read करना है तो आप क्या करोगे?
Read line.
और वो कहाँ स्टोर हो जाएगा?
My database.
बेस वो लिस्ट में ऐसे स्टोर हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट, सेकंड पर्सन, थर्ड पर्सन लाइक दिस. And there is next empty list that is called name list. Let's see. Okay, so now we will take why we are using this. Suppose you are going to mark the text. Yes. And suppose I have just arrived and my attendance is already marked. But after 5 minutes, I again come to the in front of camera and say that this mark my attendance. Do you want to mark?
No, sir.
You want to mark this again, from starting. So that's why we want to first check that is the person or the data which is in our CSV file is same or not. If not same, then we will list. You can change this because this is not a complete concept, but you can change this. Okay. So right now we are going to check the existing data with the test date. So line by line we are taking value. So first value we will take first person value, and we will split. Again we will split what? Comma. So since you are getting the value like this, name is there and time is there. Name is there, comma, time is there. So you are splitting these values. And what you are going to access? Only the
First value.
and where you are going to store this. After separating, you are going to store in entry part. So now see, this is the entry part. So this is name and this is time. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is name and this is time. So we want to access only the name. It means name is image. Just listen to me. If we are going to access the name is image. So we will take the name of the person and now see. We will add this in. Now tell me where is name? Zero index or one index? Zero index or one index? Zero index. So I have written here. Zero. Okay. So now we will append all the name of the existing list. Whatever we are in the existing file, CSV file, we will take all the name of that. Why? So that we can check that list with the new list, new person. Okay. Now see. So we have already all the names in the
Name list.
those who have already marked. Those who have already marked it. Now we will see if name not in name list, means new person is there. If new person is there, but this should be the part of the organized. It doesn't mean that new person means anyone. So only the part of the organization. We can take another option. If not the part of it, then we will say you are unauthorized person. Or we can just start the alarm. We can do anything. So just see. It will check the if not in list, then he will mark that. How? First it will count the time. So now we'll give you all time, date and everything.
System.
So you will just this is the format of time strf time. You will start time actually start time is there and you will mark in the system. And that's again similar way. Similar way you will just store in you will store the name and the time in
Yes, sir.
that file only. So that's why f dot write. So r plus means read and write. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we can create the function of it. Now everything is simple. Second, this one.
Yes.
So actually you are going to date time using date time library. Yes. Now is what? What is now?
At this time.
Time, day, everything. Time is hour, minute, everything.
Yes.
You will get in this. But we are interested in what? Time only. So this is the format of time. You are interested in date only, you can write date. Yes. So right now we are storing the time. You can add this feature. I am giving you assignment. You have to add the date also. So this will just store in the this variable date string variable, and we will combine those by using. So basically this is a string. This f is making all this as a string, and that will be stored in the
Yes.
file. First, second, third line, this is stored in fourth line. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And this is how it goes.
That means file, sir.
No file.
That is the point.
This f means this is the this will give a string. Suppose you are having different variables. Okay, you are having different variables and you want to create a string from that. So how you will create? One way is you can use plus operator like this. One way is this. So whenever you are using any variable, you have to use curly braces. If you want to write something that is same as that you have written, then you will write out of the curly braces. So comma is same, but here what you want, whatever name you will get, just remember, whatever name you will get, you want to write here.
Yes, sir.
Whatever time you will get, you want to write here.
Yes, sir.
That's why we have written, because name is not fixed, no? Date time is not fixed.
Yes.
That's why. So when you have a you want to create a string. So string is what? Something that cannot be changed. Yes or no? Yes. And but you want to change. So this is the way of creating variable string. Clear, everyone? So now this is done, and next thing, how to create the video, how to open the video, all this thing we will explain in next class.
Yes.
Till now you have to complete. Yes, attendance. बन गया है।